All right, well, we have some breaking news coming out of the city of Detroit. Now, usually I wouldn't call this breaking news, but this game against the Dallas Cowboys is huge. It has huge ramifications for both teams. The Dallas Cowboys have not lost at home in 15 games. They are 7-0 at home this year, last losing the opening game of last year, whatever game that was. And the Detroit Lions they may be down their best cornerback, which means that we're going to need somebody to help get to the quarterback, and it looks like that's going to happen today. Coming from, shout out to my guys Ryan and Mr. Poole, says Lions announced roster move, signed tight end Anthony Fursker to the active roster from the practice squad. Shout out to the subscriber in the comment section who said yesterday that this was going to happen. Big ups to you. Elevated linebacker Bruce the Land Before Time Irvin and defensive lineman Tyson Alualu from the practice squad to the active inactive roster list. Re-sign cornerback Chase Lucas to the practice squad. And that was a move that went quietly under the radar yesterday, that Chase Lucas was actually brought back to the practice squad of the Detroit Lions. According to his agent, it happened very quietly, and he had, I guess, offers. I don't really know how the waiver wire works as far as if you clear waivers, then you are okay. So if you clear waivers, that means you can sign anywhere you want to go. And it appears as though Chase had offers from other teams, but just like earlier in the season, he decided that he wanted to come back and finish what he started with the Detroit Lions. Now, this offseason, it might be something different as far as where he's going to go. But this is big news because we are going to have to get to the quarterback. And with Tyson being in, that means that they are trying to get to Dak. That's what that means. So I didn't think if we were ever going to see this guy, Tyson, that is. Now, this is interesting. This is going to be very interesting because after this elevation, the Detroit Lions cannot activate or elevate Bruce Irvin after this. They either have to waive him or put him to the 53-man roster. Now, remember, there is one spot left on the no, wait a minute. That's incorrect. They signed tight end Anthony Fursker, which means now that spot is gone. That extra spot is gone, which means that they're going to have to waive someone else in order to bring Bruce Irvin back up. Now, the thing is, they can try to waive Bruce Irvin and see, but if Bruce Irvin balls out today, there could be another playoff contending team that comes and claims him off waivers, or the Detroit Lions can make room. I know James Houston is supposed to be coming back, but we might not see him until Minnesota or that first playoff game. So this is going to be an interesting 24, 48 hours after this game. Bruce Irvin, I know I've talked about him from the moment we signed him, but this guy has made an impact on this team. Every time he's been in, he's only been in twice. His very first game against the Saints, he got a sack. The second game, he made an impact. So it would be hard for me to believe that they would let Bruce Irvin go. I mean, as much as I talked about him, it was only the age. I mean, Bruce Irvin has been a dog his whole career, but it was just like, come on, man, we really doing this? Getting a 36-year-old defensive end, but hey, it's worked out. It's worked out. Now, this is going to be interesting because they could waive Bruce Irvin. They could just say, you know what, forget it. We're getting James Houston back. They could bring in a totally new guy that with fresh elevations. So, and not have to worry about that open roster spot. So anyway, I just caught on to that Anthony Fursker is now on the active roster. They signed him to the active roster. This is not an elevation. So that means that he is number 53 to the active roster. So now if the Detroit Lions are going to add him being Bruce Irvin to the 53, they're going to have to cut or waive someone else and play that wave game. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think this means? To me, this means that they are trying to get to Dak Prescott. They know how important this game is in order to be able to sack the quarterback. We got 4 sacks because I'm telling you, you're not going to be able, with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks out there and Ferguson, the tight end, you're not going to be able to do the same thing you were doing with the Minnesota Vikings, bringing up Iffy. Now, I know you had Justin Jefferson, you had Jordan Addison, you had TJ Hawkinson, kind of a similar dynamic there. But I don't know with the Cowboys if they want to play that same game. You know what happened. Mullins put up 400 yards, and we can't let Dak Prescott do that again. So I'm thinking that's what this is for, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Bruce Irvin, his last elevation, and now the roster is full. What does this mean for this game and beyond? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.